Hello, my name is Lucy Shen and I'm currently a rising sophomore at Wellesley College. This is just sort of an FAQ for just really common questions I get about Wellesley, and so I can send this video to people who ask me questions. I'm gonna stop for a moment, and this area should be filled with questions that you can click to and return to. I kicked something. Ow. Okay, no, I should probably be more professional about this. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. Most of these questions came from, well, all of these questions came from one person who asked like a very comprehensive set of questions. Thank you for the questions. You know who you are. I'm gonna send this video to you. This is videos mostly directed at you, in fact. But I think I can use this video universally as well. First question, how academically intense is Wellesley? How stressed are students about their classes? Wellesley is, yeah, we recognize it as being a pretty academically intense place. But at the same time, I can't really compare it to any other colleges because I haven't attended any other colleges. For the most part, however, we don't have any slackers here. Everyone works really hard. Our grades are fairly hard to earn because of grade deflation policies and just really strict grading policies in general. And so yeah, we're a pretty academically rigorous place. As for how stressed students are, I come from a high school where there's constant high stress. And for that reason, I don't feel particularly stressed at Wellesley. I have had my moments, everyone has their moments, but on the whole, I haven't felt all that stressed. I know there are some people who do find the environment very stressful and they try to get away from it, and there are ways to avoid the stressful environment, but I don't see it killing people, to take it to the extreme. Question 2, how easy is it to meet men? The person who asked this question is straight and says that she will miss them if she never sees them. Okay, so yeah, men are going to be a little more rare in your life, but it's not going to be impossible to find them. I'm straight too, but I personally am not very interested in a romantic relationship at this point in my life, so I guess maybe I'm not the most qualified person to answer this question, but it's not that hard to find men. You're gonna have to go into Boston and Cambridge to make that happen, but it's not difficult, so whatever. Related question 3. How often do people leave campus? How stuck have you felt on campus during the year? And apparently only people after freshman year feel this, so maybe I should ask my upperclassmen, but I haven't felt stuck. There are times when I feel like I really need to get off campus, but if you really need to get off campus, you can just get off campus. Take the damn bus. It's not hard. It's a bus. It's a free bus. Except for on the weekends when you have to pay $3, but usually it is a free bus, and you can just go to Boston or Cambridge. The bus is not the most pleasant ride, but if you wanted it hard enough, you would go. That's all I'm gonna say. Question 4. Do you feel like there is diversity on campus in personality types and interests, and how would you describe the typical Wellesley student? Okay, first things first, there is no typical Wellesley student. A very big source of common ground is that we all study very hard and there are no slackers here. And I guess that's just your typical Wendy Wellesley archetype. But if we're gonna talk about diverse personality types, we have a lot of very, very diverse personality types, which I think is true at any college because in the end, you're bringing people into one place from all around the world. And yes, you're gonna get a lot of really interesting people who think in really interesting ways. As for interests, I, again, come from a high school where people all do something different because we're struggling so hard to get into college and it's kind of depressing. But at the same time, we end up having a very diverse group of hobbies and interests and just things that you wouldn't usually see the average person doing. Some people are really into juggling, or maybe I'm really good at solving Rubik's Cubes, or playing chess, or I play this sport or that sport, and everyone does something, you know what I mean? I don't feel that as much at Wellesley. I feel like a lot of people maybe did something in high school, but they aren't carrying that over anymore into college. People are just so focused on their academics that sometimes they forget about their hobbies. We do have really diverse groups and organizations on campus who cover a lot of really interesting things. We have a taiko drum group, I'm in Wellesley Wushu and MIT Wellesley Tunes, and we just have really a lot of different things you can try out. We even have the carillon that you can play the bells if you want to. Maybe I was just spoiled by my high school that I think interests aren't as diverse here. Maybe I'm just disappointed that there aren't that many photographers and videographers on campus that I can fangirl with. Maybe I'm wishing for less diversity because I want more photographers. Question 5, are there sororities? No, there are no sororities. We have societies, There's like the Pre-Law Society, the Shakespeare Society, the Art and Music Society. There are probably a few that I'm forgetting about right now. So to be part of a society, you have to tea. I don't really know what that consists of. I just know that you like have tea with them for a while or something like that, and then they either accept you or they don't. And then it's pretty much like a sorority from there. I don't know. It seems like everyone I know who's in a society feels very close to their society sisters, and that's good. I'm personally not part of a society, so I can't really say. But it seems like they're having, you know, plenty of their society fun, so, you know, whatever floats your boat. How was the beginning of the school year? How was my adjustment period? For me, like, I adjusted in about a week. Orientation week was like a week. So I adjusted in like that week and maybe a few days afterwards into the class time. It was this easy for me because I found very quickly the orgs that I belong to right now. So Wellesley Wushu and MIT Wellesley Tunes. WCTV, Blue Tube, I think we're changing the name to. It used to be Boob Tube. All three welcomed me with open arms, and I felt like instantly that I was part of a family and that I had found like-minded people, and it's just really nice to know that there are people around you who share your interests and will talk to you about things and help you through like your first year of college. Because yeah, you need help through the first year of college. It's kind of a very big change from what you're used to. So sometimes it's just about finding the right people, if you're lucky. Is there a special program for people from outside of New England in terms of getting used to everything? How supported did you feel in general? I don't know of any special program. Maybe I just missed something, but I came from California and I went to New England, and it's just like, yeah, it's a really different place and it takes some adjustment and getting used to, and you're gonna be out of your comfort zone for a little while, but like that's a valuable experience to see something new and meet new people and think new things and hear new things and just new things everywhere. And it's great. I don't know. I think I definitely don't regret my decision of being so far from home. I like it. It's nice to feel distant from everything that you used to know because it feels like a fresh start and you get to choose what you take with you into this new stage of your life. How often do students reach out to the community around them? Do you ever do any work outside of Wellesley? Do students go to Boston? Are there many internships offered in the community? So there aren't really that many internships offered in the community if you're considering the community as defined by the town of Wellesley. It's kind of a small town, it's an upper middle class small town, and there aren't gonna be many corporations there offering internships. But if you're considering it like Boston or Cambridge, yeah, there are internships there. Plenty. It's Boston or Cambridge. They're big places with lots of people. So yeah, there are gonna be internships for you there. As for the community, we get jobs from them, like babysitting jobs and dog walking jobs and oh my god, fix my computer, it died kind of jobs. And that's nice too. There's also always the Ville, which is like a small cluster of stores near Wellesley campus. Very near, like right off Wellesley campus. And I have like 3 friends who work at the Starbucks there, I think, and then multiple other people who work in other clothing stores and other boutiques and stuff in the area. We also have a lot of jobs on campus, so like, for example, next semester I'm going to be working for PR, and I have friends who work for the dining halls or in the libraries, and there's just jobs everywhere. So if you want a job, you're going to find it. It's not going to be that hard. How many people that you know have serious problems like addiction or depression, and is the campus responsive to these problems? So like any college, you're gonna have people who are very stressed out and needing help, and as a community, as the Wellesley community, we're very, very, very receptive and responsive and sensitive to these problems. If we sense that one of our friends needs help, we're going to offer them that help, and we're going to be very sensitive to whether or not somebody we know does need help, because I don't know, I guess it's just like that whole supportive feeling in the community, but we're all looking out for each other. And if we feel like you need help and you don't maybe realize that you need it, we're going to try to like hustle you in that direction. For professional help, we have the Stone Center, which is, I think you get like 3 free counseling sessions, but basically it's like a place where you can get counseling and like somebody that you can just talk to for a session, and I've heard that it's been really helpful. Like sometimes maybe you don't have like an actual issue that can be labeled with something, but maybe you're just really stressed out, and with people who are really stressed out or are having family issues or things like that, going to the Stone Center, I've heard, has been very helpful. That's always a resource that we're willing to take advantage of. I also know that we have a problem with certain eating disorders on campus, and I also know that we're very responsive to those problems as well. So usually if we, I don't know, maybe we're like smelling vomit in the bathroom at very regular intervals, then we're going to report that. And when we do report it, maybe our RA is going to, you know, reach out to whoever this person is. If we know who they are, if we don't, maybe put up like notes for them. Either way, we try our best to help people who need it. What are the arts programs like, and are there any theater groups other than the Shakespeare Society? So like concrete theater group wise, I don't think there's anything other than the Shakespeare Society. That's like student run. Our theater department and the like student run productions are 100% open to the entire campus. So like you don't have to be part of any specific organizations to do that kind of thing. I used to do theater in high school. I chose not to do theater in college because it was too time consuming and because I was already part of 2 performance orgs. It was just something that I didn't have time for, which sucks. But I do know that our like student productions are 100% open to everybody. You don't have to be part of Shakespeare Society or something to be part of it. Shakespeare Society kind of does their own thing, and if you want to be part of those things, then I guess you do have to be part of Shakespeare Society, but like the large scale student productions are not limited only to Shakespeare Society or something like that, you know? As for our arts programs, if we're talking about like academic arts programs, first of all, no, we're not like an art school, but I think that our arts program is really great. Honestly. It's not like, oh my god, awesome arts program, but half my major is arts. I'm a media arts and sciences major, which is an art CS interdepartmental, so half of my major is literally just art, and I have therefore taken maybe 3 or 4 arts classes, and I have felt very positively about those classes and the instructors. Sometimes I wish that, like, we have a good variety of courses, it's just that they're not always offered. So sometimes I wish that certain classes were offered more frequently. But sometimes they don't have that choice because not enough people are like signing up for it, or not enough people even qualify for those classes. So you have to time yourself a little carefully if you want to get certain classes done in time. How many people are there that don't seem like they chose the right place to go to school? Out of all of the people I know on campus, only 1 person is applying for transfer. From my point of view, she seemed fine, but I guess she definitely knows best about herself and whether she needs a change of pace. It happens. But I think on the whole, everyone's pretty well adjusted to where they are. Most of the people I know who come to Wellesley came here knowing that they wanted to go to Wellesley. I fall into the group of people who had no idea where they were going for college and just kind of looked through what they had and went, okay, Wellesley, why not? But I guess we all ended up pretty lucky. It's a good place. I like it a lot, honestly. Maybe in a few years I might be singing a different tune. Maybe I'll do an update to this video in a few years. But as of right now, I am very happy with where I am. What is the hardest thing about moving to Massachusetts from California? Packing everything into luggage. It's hard because if you can drive to school, you can shove everything into your car and like, it's fine. But when you have to pack things into luggage, it's like playing Tetris with your entire life collection. If that makes any sense. The weather is also a little like, takes a little bit of getting used to, but fall there and winter there are so gorgeously beautiful that I personally think it's definitely worth it. And I guess culture shock wise, yeah, there was definitely culture shock, but I also got over that pretty quickly. And I'm just gonna accept that I don't really know anything and that this is going to be a learning experience from here on out. Cool! Once you've accepted that, you're probably like halfway there already. It's fine. It's not hard. Are the STEM majors expected to take courses at MIT? You are never expected to take courses at MIT. It's encouraged that you take classes at MIT because like it's a good experience. Why would you pass up on the opportunity to like take classes at a different school? But like this isn't limited to STEM. We encourage everyone to go take classes at MIT. It's just like something that a lot of alums have cited as their main regret of not doing while they were at Wellesley. So no matter what your major is, you should probably take like at least 1 class at MIT just to kind of feel it and be in somewhere new taking classes that are different with people that are different and being different. It's pleasant. How liberal are the student body, the faculty, and the board? Yeah, pretty damn liberal. We joke about having closeted conservatives who can't talk about their conservatism because they're gonna get, killed? But really, like, we encourage conversation on campus. You're not going to get bitten to death because you're a conservative. Rather, I think people would probably respect your opinion because you're a minority voice at our school. Most of our conservatives are probably too scared to speak up. But yeah, Wellesley for the most part is a pretty liberal place. It's starting to move in another direction. Like, we're trying to find, because we want the conversations. We want the conversations between people of different viewpoints. We want them to talk it out. We want everyone to try and see things in different ways. And for that reason, we don't want the entire campus to be 100% liberal. How flexible are interdisciplinary majors? Are students encouraged to create their own concentrations if there isn't already a program that suits their unique interests? My major, Media Arts and Sciences, it wasn't a major like 4 or 5 years ago. It became a major because one student who couldn't find the major that she wanted designed it. And then later on the faculty looked at it and they were like, we should make this a real major. And then it became a real major. So I think that in itself is testament to how willing and supportive the faculty are of people designing their own majors and making their own unique interests become their academic major. Is there a mock trial team? Yes. I'm not part of it. I know about it. I'm on their mailing list, I think. I have a friend who was on it, so if you want to talk to her, I can connect you to, probably. How often do you get help from faculty with things that you are struggling with? So I took a course this last semester called Wealth and Poverty in America, and we're required to take a first-year writing course as first years at Wellesley, and that was my first-year writing course. So it was like a very econ-based writing course, which meant that when we were writing papers, we had to go through a lot of really dense economic content that we didn't really understand yet. Professor Valenchik is my professor, Anne Valenchik, remember that name in case you want to take a class with her. I sent her these 4 papers that I found online that I couldn't really understand but I did want to use in my paper, and she went through it for me and typed me this whole document with basically a summary of what the paper was talking about and what points would be important to me and my paper topic, and how I would maybe want to incorporate that information into my paper. So she broke the whole thing down for me, and it was awesome. And it probably took her a lot of time, and it saved me a lot of time, and I just really appreciate what she did. And on the whole, I think you're gonna find that the faculty here are exactly that supportive. Everyone is very open to helping students who need help and willing to go very far to make that happen. So if you need help, just reach out to a professor. I've never had a professor reply to an email in longer than 24 hours. And when there are office hours, open office hours, just go. They're office hours. Just go talk to them. How much do students get to explore areas of interest before choosing a major? You are required to declare a major by the end of your sophomore year, so second semester sophomore year. If you want to study abroad, you have to declare in the first semester of your sophomore year, so your minimum time to explore is the entirety of your freshman year. That gives you 8 classes with which to just taste and sample new things. And that's exactly what I did with my first 8 semesters, and that was really awesome because thanks to those 8 classes, I now know what my major and minor are gonna be. During those 8 courses, you definitely want to choose things that maybe are more graduation requirement stuff, because then you can try new things. And to just select courses in the areas of things that maybe you're gonna be interested in, maybe you've never had a chance to try it out. You also have a lot of wiggle room after you've declared a major, not a lot, okay, but more than a lot of public schools would give you. So I have a friend who changed her major at the end of her junior year and then rushed to get it done by senior year, and she still graduated on time. So it'll be fine, it'll work out. Don't worry too much about not being able to find the major that you want. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any additional questions, email me at lshen@wellesley.edu. I can help connect you with people who can answer your questions if they're questions that I can't answer, so feel free to ask me literally anything. Hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye.